The card that we're looking at today is the Sun card from the Cirque du Tarot deck. And I think it's really kind of a gorgeous thing. It almost gives you the idea of rising phoenixes. You can see some of the solar flares coming off of it, the mustache and the goatee, quite the touch there, plus the hair on top. So a very creative depiction of the sun for sure. And you get the idea of all this energy just pouring off of it. Very much Leo type energy showing up here. And the sun card is connected with the sign of Leo, so very appropriate. So let's see what their book has to say. They have a book under the big top, which is the guidebook for the Cirque du Tarot. If this card comes up as an ally, what they say about it is the sun fills the stage, sparks fly from it, and light up the space between the curtain and the crowd. The performers have changed into birds as they move through their routine of the solar dance. Energy, light, and heat fill the theater. The sun is something we experience with all of our senses. We can feel it, we can taste it in our food, and we can hear it as the birds get up to it in the morning. We see it as the light creeping through our blinds. It touches us, warming our skin and giving life to all living things on the planet. It is a powerful force that permeates all that we do, all that we are, and all that we experience. It is currently illuminating your life, spreading its power throughout your day, and pushing its light into the dark corners of your experience. Embrace it and let it in. Now, what they have to say if this card comes up as the challenger or one of the challengers in a spread or in a reading, then you would interpret it like this. Just as the sun can give life, it can also take it away. It can dry up waterways and stop rivers and streams from flowing. It can burn plants, trees, and food. Its heat can make it unbearable to breathe and to be outside for long periods of time. In this aspect, the sun is a suffocating presence, feeling more like a punisher than a joyful liberator. Life can seem hard when the sun is out of power. Your energy may be lacking, your focus may be waning, and you may have lost the hope you had when the sun first peeked through the storm clouds. When the energy of the sun turns upside down, it is best to find somewhere to hunker down and wait for the intensity to wane. Now that's kind of a different interpretation than what I would normally have for a sun as a challenger or in reverse. For me, I do see the sun as light, as energy, as support. I see it also as truth because you can see things truly in the light. It's a card of integrity. It's a card of nurturing because it allows the plants to grow. So there's a lot of really powerful and positive qualities that I normally see with the sun. I normally, even when it comes up reversed in my spreads, I normally don't see it as a negative. Now this kind of sees it as, oh, it's so intense that it can be, burning things up basically. I never really have seen the sun that way psychically in a reading. I've always seen it more as getting to do things that make you feel empowered and nurtured and emboldened and that allow you to really express yourself authentically along with someone else. So it becomes kind of a shared experience to have that feeling of being nurtured and authentic and seeing the truth. And it's a very positive experience either way, whether it's right side up and somebody's experiencing this alone or whether it's in reverse and somebody's experiencing this with somebody else or a group of people. So I read it a little bit differently. I don't know if I would ever read it as intense. I guess you should never say never. And maybe now that I've read this book, it might come up that way for me sometimes. I just usually listen to my psychic abilities to help me decide which meaning is actually coming out.